All right, so today I've got a gigantic announcement, and I won't bury the lead. Let's just start up front with the big news. I'm going to be moving my YouTube channel, kind of. So if you've been with me for a while, you know this used to be a piano channel. That was the whole goal, was to teach people piano and music theory, playing by ear, and all that good stuff. And eventually over time, I decided to layer in my original music, which is actually what I'm most passionate about. And I started to realize I don't want to have a channel where people might be here for piano and then they're getting a bunch of my music and they're not really as into it, or vice versa. So I've decided to split up the channels, and this is going to revert back to being Piano with Corey. And my new channel is going to be all about my original music, my original songs, and that's sort of my passion project. But I'm also thinking of starting to post here again and posting more educational content. Specifically, I really think I want to dive into playing by ear. And one of the reasons why I want to focus more on playing by ear is because if we're just talking about like playing piano in general, there's tons of videos on that. You could scour YouTube for hours and find lots of people showing you how to play piano. But playing by ear, I feel like not as many people, actually nobody really teaches this the way that I teach it, right? It's a system that I sort of developed by myself. It's kind of how I was able to make sense of it. And so I don't really see anyone else teaching in this exact same way. So I feel like that's something more unique that I have to offer than just general piano advice. So if you're interested in sticking around for that, I still haven't fully decided if I'm going to do more piano by ear stuff, but that would be on this channel. And if you want to go to my new channel, that's going to be focused on my original music. And I want to talk about that for a second because that is really like my passion. The reason I learned how to play by ear, the reason I learned music theory, was because I love writing songs so much. That is the thing that makes my soul feel alive and feel like I'm pursuing my life's purpose. And, if you write enough songs, you eventually start to learn, okay, here's the music theory behind it. Here's what this chord sounds like. Here's what that chord sounds like. And you're able to build up these skills. And just to take you even a little bit deeper, I don't think I've ever told this story before on YouTube. But when I was, I think, 15, I went on a family trip to Europe. And we had a foreign exchange student who had stayed with us the year before who was from Belgium. And she was awesome. Cheyenne, if you're watching this, shout out. But we went to see her family in Belgium after she went back home after living in the States with us. So we went to Belgium, and I was so inspired by just the scenery. I had a beautiful song stuck in my head. And I was like, man, I could write a song. I should write a song. I should try doing this. And so when we got back to the exchange student's home, I actually asked her parents, I was like, do you have a keyboard by any chance? And they're like, yeah, it's nothing impressive, but yeah, we have this keyboard. And so they brought down this little Casio keyboard, and I plinked out my first melody, and it was actually the intro to Mirrors by Justin Timberlake. It was, right, that kind of thing. And this was like 7 years or something before Justin Timberlake wrote that. So, but that was my first melody, and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And then when I got back home, I had a friend who was really into electronic music, and I got him to show me, how do I get my music into a computer, right? How do I record it? And I made my first recording, and it was a genre that no one knows about anymore called happy hardcore, which is like really fast techno, and it's like all synths, and it's super happy. And I wrote my first song in the computer, and that was it. I was just elated. I was like dancing around the house and just like, yeah, fist bumping and having the best time. And I just couldn't believe that I had made a real song. And from that moment on, I was like, this is it. Like, this is what I want to do. And I wrote songs in high school. I've had countless shows. I've had bands. I went to Berkeley, obviously. I've written rock and metal and pop and EDM and acoustic and all sorts of music. I just love writing. So that is my ultimate goal, is I would love to be able to be a real artist who gets millions of streams online, who has millions of followers. And I'm going to keep working towards that on my new channel. But I also don't want to leave people here hanging. And if I have the time, I might do some more piano instruction as well. So that is my update. That's where I'm at. And by the way, thank you so much for watching these videos and for leaving your comments and for interacting. It's really cool to know that the educational stuff that I've put out is helping people. Because for a long time, I was very frustrated because I think it took like 4 years for my channel to take off, which now I know is pretty normal. But at the time when you're trying to do a video every single week and you're putting all like hours and hours and hours and weeks and months into videos and you're not getting the traction, it's really frustrating. So right now, just you being here, you watching this was like my dream in 2018. So I really do appreciate it, and I'm gonna try and do some new stuff for you guys if I have the time. But until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the new channel. I'll link it below. All right, see ya.